Okay. All right. All right. So to be sure that the TikTok live is active too. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so it's a beautiful Friday afternoon here in the city of Lagos, and a raining one too. Okay, so I today we're going to be talking about why a lot of women. So permit me, I'm still trying to set up the TikTok live. Okay, so why a lot of women lose interest in sex. Okay, after a while in marriage, especially maybe when the children starts coming, women tend to switch off. Now, what's the reason for this? Why does this happen? Those are the things we're going to be looking at in few minutes today. So just stay with me on this journey. Okay. Now, the beautiful thing about the cold weather, I like to ask people on my team, like, what do you think of when you have this cold weather like this? There was a time we had the quiz, and the option was between, a cup of hot tea, cuddle, reading a book, um, watching a movie. And I was surprised nobody was picking hot tea. I expected that should be the norm when the weather is cold. So people were going more for the cuddles, for the cuddle plus sex, plus, I was shocked though that nobody was picking hot tea, because I felt hot tea should be able to solve that problem. Okay, I think I would just stop this and start a fresh one for TikTok. Okay, I was having some challenges there. Okay, just give me a few minutes. We'll kickstart now. Watching shadows dance on the hillside. Okay. Yeah, so I just got what I was trying to do. Okay, so we're good to go now. That's good. Okay, awesome. So we can move now. We are good to go. So TikTok is set and YouTube is set. So we are doing double. Okay, so I'm looking at both devices in a double way. All right, so let's go. We've spent 10 minutes here, 9 minutes here doing nothing. Okay, so we're starting properly now. And like I said, today we're talking about why women could lose interest in sex. Sometimes maybe just newly wedded, or maybe few years into the marriage when the children start coming. So what are the reasons for this? Why do this happen? Number one reason I've seen is when women don't understand the advantage of sex to them as a woman. Okay, so a woman, I've heard women tell me over and over, wasn't it for me? It's for the man. So that's where I'm going to start from today. Sex has more benefits for the woman than the man. When you see a woman who is constantly being serviced, you see a woman who doesn't react and flare up to everything every time. You see a woman who looks younger than her age. You see a woman who is cheerful. And you're thinking, oh, does she own the whole world? No, she's being well serviced. So because the sex hormone creates that oxytocin hormone, that same joy giving hormone that a woman experiences when she's breastfeeding a baby. That release, that joy, that fulfillment is the same experience a woman gets from the place of sex. But then let's rewind it, because I've had to communicate with a lot of women. I've had a lot of women pass through my table, and maybe because I'm a woman myself. Okay, so for a woman, what ignites our sex or our interest in intimacy is totally different from what ignites it for a man. And most time, that's where not understanding these differences could cause a lot of trouble in the home. Okay, so it's important you understand this difference as the husband and as the wife, yeah. Because even if you as a woman don't understand your body, There is a limit to how you can get your husband to actually make you feel fulfilled if you don't understand your body yourself. Okay, so that is very important. You understanding what makes you tick, the period of the month where you are just high, even when nobody's tingling you or touching you. And that's usually the period of the ovulation window. You must understand when this is as a woman, so that you understand how to utilize this. You help your husband understand this period, so that you don't feel it's every time that we don't want it that he's always interested in it. When somebody's feeding on it now, he's not interested. Like I've always told everybody who have followed me for a while, nobody's a mind reader, not even your spouse. So the best thing you can do for your spouse to help them is to tell them, communicate. And one way you can communicate effectively is first understanding your body as a woman. Okay, I said we were going to reverse, we were going to rewind. We were talking. I was saying that a woman might not feel interested in sex because she doesn't understand the advantage for her. Now, it's also important for us to know that a woman gets interested in intimacy when she feels loved, when she feels secured, when she feels appreciated. And so when a man is not communicating that, she shuts down, indirectly wanting to use it as a punishment. And this ties back to the first reason of she feeling that the sex is majorly for the man. So when the man is not making her feel happy, I'm using the word feel intentionally because I'm still going to come back to this, because a lot of things and decisions we make are based on feelings, but we also need to be able to sift these feelings and dictate what we allow the feelings do to us. The feelings should not be the one dictating what we do and what we don't do, and that's why I am intentionally using that word feel. So a woman shuts down when she feels the man is not meeting her desire, is not satisfying her, is not making her happy, is probably not doing his obligation in the home. So she shuts down in the place of intimacy as a kind of punishment for him. And this can be tied to a woman's ignorance of the advantage of intimacy and sex to her, and how more beneficial it is for her than it is for a man. So when you see a woman who loses interest in sex with her husband, and her reason is basically because he doesn't deserve it or he's not making her happy, then it's important, and that's why I'm doing this. If you're a woman in that shoe, you should first understand that the benefit of sex is far more for you than for him. And I already mentioned some of the benefits. Is an anti-aging, the best anti-aging medicine, the best cure for headache, the best cure for stress. And I'm not kidding. If you're tired, I know that's the time a lot of women tend to say, oh, I'm tired. Is it food? Is it all about sex? But see, the beautiful thing about sex and about understanding each other and about communication is that when you're tired, you don't have to do all the acrobatics. You don't have to be the one on top as a woman. You don't have to do anything. Just open your leg. Some women don't know they can do that. And see, as long as you're good with your spouse, you're both communicating, oh, I'm tired today, but don't worry, I'm here for you. Just open your leg and let him ride. Now, because you're tired, I also understand that you might not get wet. And that's why you should not always rely on your natural wetness as a woman. As a couple, it's important that at no time should lubricants be finished in your home. Yeah, that's very important. So there must always be one or two lubricants available nearby. So in periods like when you're tired, when you are not naturally wet, when you don't even feel anything, the artificial lubricant would come to the rescue. So the artificial lubricant is applied, and your legs are opened, he would slide in, he would do what he wants to do, and you that were tired as a woman that slept tired, you would wake up refreshed. That's the beauty. If you've not tried it before, try it. Try it. I've told people before, I said, see, when you have headache, just draw your husband closer and let just enjoy that natural cucumber that the Lord have provided you with. And you'll be amazed how fast your headache will disappear. So instead of gulping up medicine, instead of abusing medicine, abuse the cucumber. It doesn't have gauge, it doesn't have dosage limits. Use it. Every time you have headache, use it. And you'll be amazed how fast the headache will run away. Okay. Now, another benefit. I'm talking about the benefit because, like I said, it's when we don't understand the advantage of something, we tend not to utilize it. We tend not to squeeze and milk. It's just like having a phone that you don't really understand the function. The best you will do with it, because you don't understand the function, is make call and receive call. Meanwhile, your phone can do 100 things more. And that's what also happens to women, especially. We'll come to the men later, but today is for the women. Okay, so that's what happens to the women most time in the place of sex, especially when you see a woman who says no, 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 most time. So it's from a point of not even understanding the benefits and the advantage and the beauty and the plenty boku gifts, if I'll call it that this has for her as a woman. So if there's nothing you're picking from this life today, I want you to pick this, that sex benefits is majorly for the woman, for you as a woman, more than the benefits it has for the man. Okay, so aside the benefits I've mentioned, other benefits that you can also enjoy is the benefit of, okay, other benefits you can also enjoy. Okay, I'm going to put on our TikTok. You're welcome. You're welcome, KYT. You're welcome, Baby Afolake, to the TikTok live. Okay, do we have anybody on the YouTube live? Okay. Okay, so this is my first YouTube live, so I don't even know where to check. I'm used to the TikTok live. Okay, so I'll get used to the YouTube live too. I'm used to doing the recording video and posting on YouTube. Okay, so all right, so you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, if you've missed any part and you need me to re-explain anything, just let me know in the comments. Okay, I'll be glad to do that. Okay, so we move on. I've mentioned the advantage this has more for the woman. So we'll still go on in the advantages this has for the woman. Now, as a woman, if you are open to, you are not a no, every reason to say no, you're saying no. If you're open to intimacy and sex with your spouse, the beautiful thing about it is that what is stressing you, that you're feeling is stressing you on, is not doing this, is not doing that. And because of that, as a punishment, in quotes, you're closing the garden. See, that same thing, when there is constant sex, without asking, he will do it. Let me give you a funny story that was shared on our WhatsApp platform. So this man said he just got a new car and they were going to church. So his wife was going to open the passenger side and get into the car. But he noticed that the door was close to the wall. And knowing his wife, he knew she was going to open the door and it was going to crash the wall. And he did not want that new car. So he ran ahead of her, opened the door for her, and she got into the car majestically. And she was blushing. She was happy. He said he got into the car and wanted to explain that, oh, I didn't want you to scratch the car door. But immediately he got into the car, he turned around and got into his own side of the car. She was like, oh, thank you so much, my lovely husband. And he was like, when did she call me this name last? So he paused. He didn't explain his reason again to her. And he said they got to church, that she was so friendly with everybody. They got back. He was just watching. He didn't grab on time. So they got back from church, and she made his favorite food, and he ate. He was still like, hey. So he ate, and then in the night she called him like, Alpha, I'm ready and prepared for you. He said since that day he has been opening car door. Like, he said he has been opening car door for her. Like, he said he didn't realize that just mistake, hey, could give him such favor. Now, let me bring this back to the women part I am explaining, okay? Because a lot of women shut down. I've heard this over and over because they feel, oh, my man is not manning up enough. He's not actually making me feel fulfilled the way I feel he should. Remember the word feel, like I said initially. Okay, and so in response, they shut down. Now, there's a way to change this narrative. It's not making you feel fulfilled, but you also have a choice not to shut down. You have a choice to satisfy him sexually. And the beautiful thing about this is that once he feels sexually satisfied, he would easily do. Now, this is not manipulative. This is just the way it works. He would easily and gladly do that thing you have been nagging about that he has refused to do all this while. He would easily and gladly do it and beyond. Just first satisfy him sexually. Now, the other question I get asked is, can you ever really satisfy a man sexually? The answer is yes. So I would ask you, can you eat and be filled and still eat? Now, there's sometimes I eat. Well, most time I'm fasting, but the days I eat, like I eat breakfast. Okay, let me use yesterday as a practical. No, okay, yesterday was no, I was okay. Yes, I ate yesterday. So yesterday I ate. So there's this person that sells snacks just by my gate. So sometimes if I don't want to eat, I get the snacks, and it's so tasty, so yummy that sometimes you're tempted to want to get it even when you're not hungry. But yesterday I ate before leaving home. I was filled and I passed by the snacks. It was still attractive, but I already knew I cannot buy it because I already knew there was no way it was going to enter inside me. I was filled up. And it was same till I got back in the evening. I felt full. And so there was no need for me to even get snacks. Okay, so can you really satisfy a man sexually? Yes, you can, queen. You can. You can. But it comes now. It's a different question of if you've sexually satisfied him. Okay, does that mean he will never look out? I'm not going to answer that in this series. Okay, but I don't mind answering it in another series. But that question of can you actually satisfy him? And yes, are there faithful men? There are. So if you have a faithful man, because I've noticed this also happens, women by themselves push their men outside. You cannot expect that because he's a Christian, because he's a pastor. So whether you starve him or you don't starve him, he should stay. Okay. Inviting me to co-host. Is it me that is pressing that, or is it? Let me see. Okay. Oh, seriously? Okay. 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 So we go on TikTok. Okay. So we go on. So where did I cut? So satisfying him, trying to get back my trail of thoughts. Sometimes TikTok just write some things and you're wondering, have you violated? Have you violated? Okay. So that was what I saw there that I was trying to check. Okay. Um Now as a queen, once you understand your body, Once you yourself as a queen understands your body, hi, there is no limits to what you can do with it. So I ask queens, when you stand in front of the mirror, do you even stand in front of the mirror naked as a woman? You need to. You need to make it a habit. Just look at yourself from head to toe. Admire the work God did on you. Admire whatever your size, whatever your shape, whatever it is. Just admire the time it took in creating the beauty that is you, uniquely you, specially sculpted you. Like I always say it, God did an extra time on women. Even me as a woman, I look at some women and I'm like, kilo day. See shape now. God is so creative. He did not just stop in shaping women. He gave women different texture. You will see water bomb bomb. You will see rocket bomb bomb. You will see idioke, idiari, idisale. From the same God. Still women, no. So if God was so intentional about being creative with you as a woman, why are you covering up the glory for your husband for that matter? So it starts from you standing in front of the mirror, admiring the beauty that you are, acknowledging the beauty that you are. When you're confident about your body, there's that confidence. That confidence, once you feel it in you, there's a way you translate it in the place of intimacy. You're climbing in with confidence. You're turning your back with confidence, like you are showing him, if I bounce this thing for you, can't you see the work of God? You're facing him, if it's the front, if it's the cowgirl, you're facing him with confidence, like, I see these two oranges bouncing for just you. So that confidence you have in your body, it translates into the way you treat intimacy. And the way you can have confidence in your body as a woman is, number one, like I said, go naked in front of the mirror. Admire every curve, every shape, every mark. Even if it's stretch mark, the mark of childbirth, that is the sacrifice your body made as a woman. Admire it. It's that energy, even when you didn't speak it, that you translate into the space of intimacy. So you first need to admire your body as a woman. I first mentioned that you need to understand that sex is not just about him, it's majorly about you. So then you need to admire your body. Number two, I'm talking about looking in the mirror and admiring your body from head to toe. Now, there's something else, somewhere else you need to admire specially. And this will require you sitting down, opening. I treated this topic as a topic one time. That's meet your mates. It was a whole topic. We did it on our WhatsApp class. Open your legs in front of the mirror. Separate this outer labia and just look. After you've looked at the shaping, separate the inner labia. Just look, take a look at the power you're carrying under you. Just take a look at the power you're carrying under you as a woman. See, knowing these things give you this extra, is it morale? I'll call it. It's not morale. This extra confidence of like, mo gbàgbára tó tó yìí. Translation, I may carry power with big riches, because yeah, that garden under you is a powerhouse. And so you should utilize it. Let your husband enjoy the best of it. Let him enjoy the best of it. You should learn to squeeze him when he goes in. You should learn to roll it when he goes in. You squeeze him and release him. You squeeze him and you release him. And you're thinking, oh, it's for him. It's not for him, it's for you. The way you're squeezing him. And that's why I tell my queens, it's beneficial for you to be the one on top. You control the pace, you control the depth, you control how you want to be squeezed, you control where the angle you want it to go. Okay, you want him to go through the side, you control it when you're the queen on top. See, your husband seductress, you spoil him. make him want to always come back home to you. So you're asking me, oh, what if I'm tired? See, every time I already answered that at the beginning. If you are tired, just open your leg and let him have the right. That's why I said at the beginning that it's not every time you do the gymnastic. Now, another reason why women say no to sex is when the children start coming in. I know. But like I said in the beginning, remember I said I was using the word feeling because we are really going to talk a lot about feeling. A lot of these things. Oh, I don't feel ready yet. Oh, I just went through the labor, the pain, the pushing. You want to put me in the place of pregnancy again. Knowledge. Remember, I mentioned it. The lack of knowledge is doing a lot of damage to marital sex. Ignorance. And that's why you need to be on pages where you are taught healthy sexuality like this. Because once you know, there's power in knowledge. Nothing else beats it. And nothing beats the damage that ignorance causes. Okay. So now, childbirth, like I was saying, is also another thing that causes women to want to close up. So, how do you manage this? The feeling of, oh, he wants to get me pregnant again. He did not know what I had to go through and all that. It's a feeling. It's true, it's valid. The depression, postpartum depression, it's valid. I'm not underrating it. I experienced it. So it's valid. But like I said, you have a choice concerning what you should do with that feeling. You can decide to close up. You can decide to have a discussion with your husband. This is the way I feel now. I cannot get into the place of sex now. But okay, let's just cuddle. You can even take him to the point of orgasm without penetration. You don't have to do that as a woman. You need to learn. You need to learn how to use your finger, babe. You need to learn how to use your mouth, queen. You need to learn how to milk him with your finger. You see, the beautiful thing about a woman's body is that there are places in your body that it would reach orgasm with without entering the garden. Is it the armpit you want to talk about? Is it your finger? Is it your mouth? You want me to keep mentioning the places I want? But see, that's why I say you need to understand the power your body carry as a woman. But the problem is once you decide to shut down, once you have that mindset that it is just for him, your brain shuts down and it refuses to see the opportunities and the ways you can work together as a couple. Remember, marriage is not just about one person, it's about both of you. So it's not about, I don't feel like having sex today. Hey, what does the Bible says? Your body is now his and his body is now yours. And that's why you must learn to come together in the place of compromise. The Bible says, even if you will go apart, let it be for a while. And in agreement, not they say we should fast in our church. When he's ready and I wants to enter Jerusalem, which kind of fast? Who told you is acceptable? Are you reading your Bible? That fast is not acceptable. Can you better break it and enjoy your life. See, there's no intimacy in heaven. No. If you're a wife here and you're shutting down, you should not have married if you don't like sex. But I know for some people, oh, in the first years of marriage, they enjoyed it. Then the thing just start dying along the years. And like I said, it's because you allowed the feelings to start dictating what happens to you. So, oh, he does something wrong today, he shut down. He did not buy you gift when he was coming, you shut down. A part of you shut down. He left only me to take care of the children, a part of you shut down. Gradually, some parts of you are shutting down, and then you become strangers in the home. And then at the point you just, where did it all go wrong? It went wrong when you started saying no to sex. And there's something I like to tell wives: please don't make your husband beg for sex. It's bad. You're eating away at his ego as a man. You're affecting his self-esteem. And you know the bad thing about this? He might not even act up with it to you, but he starts to act up with it outside because he's trying to catch up. He's trying to validate that he's a man. And so he acts up with it. My wife is saying no to me. Am I not man enough? So you have a ripple effect on a man when you don't know your role as a wife. or when you know and you are intentionally withholding it, are you a winch? As a wife, are you a winch? We need to ask you. Okay, you're welcome, Akorede. You're welcome, Carol, to the life. Okay, so we need to ask you, are you a winch? All right, so I would stop here today, and I hope these have been helpful to a marriage or two or three or 10. All right, I remain your family sex therapist, Omolola Natural. I'll see you in the next episode.